With 9 weeks of the 2014 season down and 7 more weeks to go, it only seems right that we sit down and have a mid-season review. So how does one earn a spot in the greatest postseason of all time? One way is to become a divisional champion. The team in each division with the best win-loss percentage will get their passport stamped for the playoffs. If 2 or more teams are tied with win-loss percentage, then the de facto tiebreaker will be the point difference between points scored and opponents' points scored. The top 2 divisional champions in each conference will be rewarded with a round 1 playoff bye, so most wins matter a lot. There will be 3 wildcard playoff spots awarded to the top 3 teams in each conference, with tiebreaker being the difference between points scored and opponents' points scored. What this means is that it is possible that a division could have 0 wildcard teams, just like the Bad Snap and the Mad Pop in 2013. So what would happen if the playoffs happened today? Well, let's not forget that teams still haven't had their bye week, but fuck it. Let's play imaginary and gaze into the crystal ball of what if. The mid-season 2014 Bad Conference. First you have the Bad Pop champion Cleveland Steamers at 7-2. Then there's the Bad Crackle champion, the Beer Gods, at 6-2. Some will probably give me shit for not placing the Beer Gods over the Steamers, especially since Cleveland hasn't had their bye week. But I give the edge to Cleveland, as they have the most wins in TFO at this very moment. And the Bad Snap champion is the Hoovians at 5-3. They would be getting a ticket to the postseason, but not the round 1 playoff bye like the Steamers and Beer Gods. As for the wildcard picture, the tiebreaker comes into effect. I see the 3 playoff teams as the Raider All-Stars at 6-2, Marvel Combat at 4-5, and WWF Superstars at 4-4. As Rothian Assassins would lose out on the tiebreaker. Now Marvel hasn't had their bye week and actually has a lower win percentage than the Assassins, but I rank this on wins and tiebreaker as the point difference. And Marvel might have that extra loss, but their point difference is 35, compared to the Assassins 2, and even the Superstars 17. Tiebreaker matters. The mid-season 2014 Mad Conference. All 3 of these division champions come in with 6 wins, but with the tiebreaker being point difference, I give the edge to the Mad Snap champion Disney Dissidents at 6-3. Followed by the Mad Crackle champion Peaceful Serenity at 6-2. Then the Mad Pop champion Normandy Defenders at 6-3. Sure, Serenity had their bye, but if the season was to end today, I show them and the Dissidents getting the round 1 playoff byes. For the wildcard situation, the tiebreaker definitely comes into full force. First, you have the 6-3 Philadelphia Extreme, edging out their divisional rival Duckburg Moneybags, who are also 6-3. For the last spot, the Portly Pounders just outweigh the All-American Alkies in point difference and would snag the postseason as a wild card. So this is what the playoff picture would look like if the season ended today, right now. This is the mid-season Ifrit Bowl imaginary tournament chart. So what does this mean for all the TFO owners? What does this mean if your team didn't make the imaginary cut? No team is out of the playoff chase. The key is Raj's magic number. Each team needs to try to strive for 9 victories this season. That's my magic number. Get that many wins and you can start packing your suitcase because you're most likely going to the playoffs. But if you're a gambler, you might enjoy 8 season wins instead. Because with that many wins, you're going to need a strong tiebreaker, or else you might not get a chance to fulfill your playoff fantasies. So if you're at 6 season victories right now, you're looking for 3 more. If you're at 2 season victories right now, 6 would be good, 7 would be better. There's still a lot of TFO to play. Only 12 teams will get to face off for the coveted 2014 TFO Championship. Will your team be able to pull off the comeback? Or will you have qualified for this imaginary season ending and instead lose your way out of the actual playoffs entirely? Remember, people, anything can happen in TFO. Anything. Good luck, and see you next Tecmo.